Ooh, gotta get this done. My painting is on the way. It's looking cool.
That showed that he was turning away.
I think
He
it
was
looks
turning
good.
away.
My painting.
But I got to turn today for him, and I have to be there.
While I'm tempted to feel hate for all Chicago police officers right now, I know this is a time where a difficult time we got to get past in our city. I think we got to show the police officers and the family a lot of compassion. This is not the time for hatred in our city. It's not the time for violence.
Well, reporter Emily Flores from our NBC affiliate in Chicago has more. Gunshots erupted at a West Garfield Park apartment in the early overnight hours. By sunrise, the Chicago police confirmed the worst-case scenario for two families.
My mama just opened the door, and they shot my kill my mama.
Police opened fire and shot and killed two people. The victims were ID'd by the Cook County Medical Examiner as 55-year-old mother of five, Betty Jones, and a 19-year-old college student, Quintonio LeGrier.
What happened here today is very tragic and should never happen. Not in a civilized society.
Cook County Commissioner Richard Boykin is one in a growing chorus demanding answers as to how a domestic disturbance call led to police shooting two people. Police offered few details.
On their arrival, they were confronted by a combative individual, resulting in an officer firing shots.
Witnesses saw LeGrier, who family members say suffers from mental illness, wielding a baseball bat and threatening his father. Tonight, police say Jones, who lived in the same building on the 4700 block of West Erie, was hit accidentally and tragically killed.
Why would you shoot an innocent person? She ain't have no weapon.
LeGrier's mother says her only son was home from Northern Illinois University on Christmas break. She says he was an honors engineering student who, despite recent challenges, was never violent.
Every young black child is not a thug. Some of them want something, and my son wanted something. He wanted something. He was going somewhere.
Two lives lost as the community grows angrier.
Incidents like this continue to erode the trust, the confidence the community has in police. And this should not be.
And that was reporter Emily Flores from NBC station WMAQ. As police officers were immediately placed on routine administrative duties for 30 days as part of a major policy shift announced yesterday. It replaces the previous policy that allowed officers to come off of active duty for 3 days. The Wall Street Journal says Hillary Clinton's about to unleash her so-called secret weapon on the campaign trail, but why does she need it, and how could it
Oh, please, cool. Not right now at this moment.
Thousands of people came out today to run the race for retirement. So we asked them,
Oh, thank you guys.
prepared for retirement? Okay, mostly prepared? Could you save 1% more of your income? It doesn't sound like much, but saving an additional 1% now could make a big difference over time.
I'm going to be even better about saving. You can do it. You can help some more.
Prudential. More challenges.
You ready? Some call it giving back. We call it share the love. During our Share the Love event, get a new Subaru and we'll donate $250 to those in need, bringing our total donations to over $65 million. And bringing love where it's needed most. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Why is it we love superheroes? And why is it we always put capes on and make them fly? The truth is, some heroes don't fly. They drive trucks. And they show up when you need them most. Face your worst case scenarios. Stay at your side every step. When you don't know what to do next, we do. We're Service Master Restore. Every disaster's worst nightmare. Red 97! Red 97!
Did you say 97?
Yes.
You know, that reminds me of this 97% customer satisfaction rating.
97%?
Like Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh yeah, baby. Geico's as fast and friendly as it gets.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
If you please, sunroom now.
Seasons room. Let the light in so you can enjoy the company of friends and family season after season. And increase the size and value of your home for as little as $129 a month. Call 4 Seasons today and get free installation for a limited time. Live, love your life in a 4 Seasons sunroom.
Are you having problems with the IRS? Our trained professionals here at Wellness Associates have over 30 years experience helping individuals and businesses solve their tax problems.
Having tax issues, it's very scary. I was worried that we would lose our house. When I called Wellness Associates, they were able to meet with me in person, and I never had to talk to the IRS again.
Call now for a free consultation. We'll meet with you in person, face-to-face, at a local office.
Call 800-752-5326. 800-752-5326.
Shots start firing.
Join Jose Diaz Balart for Clash at the Border, Tuesday at 11 on MSNBC.
At 18 past the hour, let's go to politics. Several candidates, including Donald Trump, are getting back out on the campaign trail tomorrow, meeting the key states of New Hampshire and Iowa. And it comes just a little over a month before the Iowa caucuses, the nation's first stage at the nominees meeting. Reporter for Reuters and Betsy Woodruff, political reporter for Daily Beast. Hello, girls. Good to see you both. Good to see you. Aaron, we begin with you first. Donald Trump, who, as you know, has been lashing out at Hillary Clinton over Twitter the past few comments she's made about the way in which he talks about women. Let's take a listen to what he said this morning.
She's mentioning sexism. I actually turned her exact words. I don't know if you saw the following tweet, but I turned her exact words against her from that standpoint. And she's got to be careful. You know, it's got to be fair. And we all have to fight fairly, and we have to fight, you know, for the good of the country, for the good of the people, for the good of everybody. But we have to fight fairly. And she's playing her woman's card.
First of all, does he fight fairly? But actually, the question is, with this coming on the heels of a report that Bill Clinton will be more active on the campaign trail starting next month, is this Donald Trump's attempt to target who he thinks is going to be the Democratic nominee?
Oh, sure. Well, we all expect that Hillary Clinton is going to be the Democratic nominee, but he has taken on his opponents one by one and taken many of them down, especially in the Republican Party. Now he is turning his attention to her, thinking that maybe he is going to be the nominee, and he has to start weakening her now. I think this is an attempt by Donald Trump to show just how serious he is, that he thinks he is going to be the nominee.
Just yesterday, he tweeted, "We'll do far more for women than Hillary, and I will keep our country safe," something which she will not be able to do, no strength/stamina. Betsy, isn't this the same type of rhetoric that cost Republicans the election back in 2012? So even if Donald Trump doesn't hurt his label, isn't he hurting party chances?
Oh, without a doubt. And I mean, look, this is just a cherry on top of 6 months of Donald Trump using rhetoric that makes Reince Priebus and other Republican Party leaders tremble in their boots, and justifiably so. I mean, throughout the course of this election, he's gone out after basically every marginalized group in this country, including disabled people and patriotic American Muslims. In fact, but now he's suggesting Hillary Clinton is too physically weak, too physically ill to be president is baffling. And of course, that's a problem for Republicans, without a doubt. At the same time, he's also used this rhetoric against his fellow Republicans. Remember, he says Jeb Bush is low energy. He says Ben Carson can't keep his eyes open, etc. So it's not just Hillary. Pretty much free for all when it comes to him using this kind of language to go after other candidates.
That's a good way to describe it. So let's talk about this morning when Donald Trump also responded to questions over whether his supporters will show up to vote. Take a listen to that.
I think they will, but you don't know. Look, I have a very good bond and relationship to the people of Iowa. I've done great with the Tea Party. I've done really, really great with the evangelicals.
There's no room up here, Charlie.
Ted and I are pretty close.
And clear up here right now. All you guys want to come by us.
To win Iowa, it would be very easy for me to say, "Oh well."
Can't come up here. You guys are all cool guys, but I gotta hang out with cool. Please love me.
I'd like to win New Hampshire, where I have a very
Charlie, there's no room here, man. I barely got room.
Turn out the vote there. I remember reading an article about a week ago which said he has only 15 staffers in Iowa.
Alex, I actually think that's plenty at this point. He has plenty of volunteers. He has an
There's no
excellent
room. All you guys
organization
want to
leading
sit
his
by
Iowa
me.
campaign.
Look at
I
that.
think this is a lot of
Is that
wishful
unreal?
thinking from Republican strategists, particularly inside the Beltway, who think that his supporters are not going to come out.
This is my
If
girlfriend, Cooley.
you peer
She
inside
loved
the
me.
crosstabs in so many of these polls, his support is not actually soft. It is quite strong. I think there is an excellent chance that he could win Iowa. And if he doesn't win Iowa and Ted Cruz wins Iowa, at this point, he is poised to place second in Iowa, and he's certainly poised to win New Hampshire at this point. I think it's time that people realize that he is in a great position to potentially win.
Yeah, well, I think people are realizing it, that's for sure.
No,
That's
like
it. You reported on the implication of Lindsey Graham's departure from the race. How does this change the race, particularly in the states like Iowa and New Hampshire? And who do you think could most benefit from this departure?
What's up,
Well,
little
right now,
guy?
two guys
Just
who
little guy.
immediately
Yeah, you
swept
are.
up some support from Lindsey
He's a
Graham.
little
One
fun
of those, of
guy.
course, is John
That's
Kasich.
just a little
Kasich
fun
won
guy.
endorsements
Like
from two
play
South
around.
Carolina state
That's a
senator
little
within
fun guy.
about half
Where you
an
going,
hour, or at
Cuckoo?
least a couple hours of Lindsey
Cuckoo,
Graham's
you getting
broadcast. So he
electric shock
capitalized
treatment.
very quickly. And then Jeb Bush
Pretty
also
girl.
picked
Oh,
a
you almost
significant
squished that little
Republican donor in
doggy.
South Carolina,
It's
David
alright.
Wilkins,
You don't want to
who was
squish him.
actually his brother's ambassador to Canada. So both of those establishment guys who are currently low in the polls have at least gotten a boost in terms of support since Lindsey Graham dropped out. Now that said, of course, Lindsey is well positioned to give an important endorsement, given that he's very well respected in South Carolina. He's popular, even though
Who loves you the
he
most?
actually wanted to be
Adrian.
president. So kind of the
I love
interesting
you
question
so
is,
much.
does Senator
You're
Graham
just a big
pick
loving
one
girl,
candidate
huh?
to get
Yes, you
behind,
are.
or
You're
does he
pretty
keep his
love
powder
girl.
dry, wait and see
Cool,
and see how North
come on,
Carolina, how
man.
New Hampshire shakes out?
Yeah. Aaron, I think Chris Christie is not coming through these races in Iowa and starts tomorrow. You think this could be his chance to bounce out of single-digit numbers?
I do, and in fact, the governor of Iowa, Terry Branstad, has long been a big fan of Chris Christie's. I think this is something Marco Rubio needs to watch very carefully, because Chris Christie has been attacking Marco Rubio for being an absentee senator, among other things, in New Hampshire, and now Chris Christie is poised to really make a run at Iowa. If he can
You're
come up in
just
the
so
polls there, and
pretty.
let's say even place
Yes, you
third
are.
behind, say, Ted Cruz and
You
Donald
need a
Trump,
lot of
and
love.
then repeat that kind of
Queen needs
performance
lots of
in
loving,
New
man. She
Hampshire,
love girl.
he could be the choice for establishment
Big love
Republicans going forward
Big
into
love
South
girl.
Carolina and on. And I know that Marco Rubio's
I love
campaign
you
has
the
been
most.
worried about Chris Christie for
I
years.
love
And
you
at
so
this
much.
point,
Because
he's
you're
really showing
lovely.
some fire.
Okay.
I love you. I love
Betsy,
you.
I do want to check back in with Hillary Clinton's campaign, former President Bill Clinton becoming more active on the campaign trail. How do Republican candidates view him, and are there things there they could exploit?
I think it's certainly possible they can go after Trump, after President Clinton. Of course, Donald Trump is the number one guy here going after him, criticizing him for indiscretions that happened while Bill Clinton was president. I think other Republican candidates are going to be a little more careful when it comes to bringing up those topics. But, Trump obviously has no reservations about it. That said, I think Bernie Sanders could also potentially target Hillary over the fact that Bill Clinton is campaigning with her, and only because Bill Clinton can sort of represent the kind of old-fashioned Southern Democrats that are a little bit more centrist that Bernie Sanders supporters absolutely loathe. They want the opposite of a Bill Clinton 2.0 in Hillary, and him being on the campaign trail could potentially excite Bernie Sanders' base and excite some of the Democratic, liberal, progressive voters that Hillary Clinton needs to do well with, especially in Iowa and New Hampshire.
Okay, that's a wrap. That's the Woodruff, Aaron McPike. Good to see you both. Thanks so much. Happy holidays.
Cuckoo.
Thanks for tuning in. It is
Give me
box office
kisses.
gold.
Oh.
Star
Give
Wars
me
makes
kisses.
more history
Come
making
on.
money.
I built my business with passion, but I keep it growing by making every dollar count. That's why I have the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy for my studio. And that unlimited 2% cash back from Spark means thousands of dollars each year going back into my business. That's huge for my bottom line. What's in your wallet? Cinnamon
Oh,
sticks.
shit. It's spinning.
WeatherTech has gifts for everybody.
I gotta do it right now, cool.
Yeah, they got everything.
I lay down. Pretty girl. I gotta do the spin,
How are
too.
we gonna get it all?